All right, now that we've found a supplier or a couple suppliers that we want to get in touch with, I'm going to show you guys how to contact them and all the information that you need from them. So what I've done is I've compiled this document. It'll also be available for download in the course. And it's with regards to chatting to your supplier. So this is the initial interaction. This is going to be the very first thing that you say to your supplier, the first message. So we've said, hello, my name is, and you're going to enter your name is, hello, my name is Sheldon, and I'm the head of new business at Farewell Goods Company. You're going to enter your company name here as well. Even if you don't have one yet, just make it up. This is just for the initial interaction, just to make sure that we can, just to get an idea of the pricing and the cost of these goods. Our CEO has asked me to get in touch with you in regards to potentially creating partnership with your company. We're a general goods company based out of wherever you are in the world. I'm in South Africa, you may be in the US, you may be in India, you may be wherever. One of my students is staying in Bali at the moment. So wherever you want to be, wherever you are in the world, just enter that. We are currently searching for a supplier for a product we plan to take to market. So we would like a product similar to the one listed on your page and the attached images. Now what I would do is I would, obviously you're contacting a supplier that's selling sleeping bag liners. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Amazon listing, you're going to download some images, save as, and just download images, save it to your Dropbox or wherever, and we're going to attach those to the contact of the supplier. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to product details. So product details, this is also again from the Amazon listing. So the size of the sleeping bag liner, 105 by 220 centimeters. I'd suggest putting that in. They do work on the metric system in China, same as South Africa. I know in the US you guys use inches and feet. So the material, 100% polyester material. We want a blue color because I feel like that sells better. Opening, we want a 60 centimeter opening on the side of the sleeping bag liner that is closed with Velcro, and it must be water resistant. So those are just certain things that we want on our product. Then we're going to ask them a couple of questions. We'd appreciate it if you could take the time to answer some of our questions below. Maybe get a sample of the product, how much will you charge, including DHL Express and shipping to our location. We'd happy to cover the cost with PayPal. Now, this initial sample cost can be anywhere from $35 to $150, depending on how much they want to charge. I wouldn't pay more than about $80 usually. They usually don't charge you at all for the actual product, just for the shipping or the courier. So you're just going to enter your location, they'll give you a quote on that. And usually they're happy to accept that payment through PayPal because it is a small amount and they're not worried about the fees really. But for the final amount, they're going to want you to pay through Alibaba or through a wire transfer. Do you have the ability to package our product in a printed box with a printed UPC code? So the reason I ask for this is often suppliers will charge you extra to actually print your UPC code or your FNSKU on a barcode and stick it onto your box. So we're going to design the packaging of our box with that built in, so we don't have to pay extra costs for that, and we just pay once off for the box fee. And then at the same time, I've said, please send us the box template if you can do this, because we're just trying to minimize emails here and try and minimize communication, just keep it as short and as quick as possible so that we can get this done quickly. So they'll send you a box template that you can use to design your product packaging on, or actually send to your designer, which we'll also discuss later. What is the cost of this product per unit, including FOB, shipping for an order of 300 units and 3,000 units? The reason we ask for 300 and 3,000 units is because they'll usually be a cheaper price if it's 3,000 units. So if they're sending and making 3,000 units, it might cost you, say, $3 to produce or to buy. But if they're making 300, they're going to charge you more, maybe $3.80, $4, $5 per unit. So we're going to use that amount to negotiate in the future. And I'll show you how to do that now. Then we want to know how long it's going to take to manufacture this, what the usual lead time is, how long, because you could ask for 300 units and they take 60 days to make it. That gives you 2 months out that you're waiting for your product to be made. We're trying to get something made quickly because we want to take it to market quickly. So anything less than 30 days is good. What would the total weight, number of cartons, and carton size for an order of 300 units and 3,000 units be? Now, what this is with regards to, so that we can get a quote from our freight forwarder in the meantime, while they're making our product and stuff like that, or even before they start producing it, because we want to know what the total price would be, including our shipping to Amazon's warehouse. And we can get a quote with that using our freight forwarder, and we'll discuss that later. then please reply with your answers to the questions above, as well as any other policies or information you think is necessary that we know before placing an order. So often, sometimes a product might need a certain certificate or a certain regulation that they have the certificates for that you may not even know about. So it's good to just get that extra information. So now what will happen is the supplier will reply to this. Usually it's best to number it, as I've numbered the questions as I've done here, because I've noticed if you message a Chinese supplier and your questions are in like paragraph and you ask multiple questions, you're not going to get answers to all your questions. They usually don't. They're taught in school to reply to things and to answer questions that are numbered. So it's best just to number your questions and you'll get a reply that's numbered 1 with an answer, 2 with an answer, 3 with an answer. That's the best way to do it. Kind regards, your name, head of new business. Okay, so once the supplier has replied, they'll reply to answers with this numbered. Then what we're going to do is we're going to counter them and we're going to try and get the price a little bit lower. So thank you so much for responding so fast with this offer. I appreciate it. I've spoken to our CEO. Remember, you're a company, you're a big company, and will unfortunately not be able to use your offer as the price is much higher than other suppliers selling the same product. However, if the price changes, please let us know as soon as you can. We want to place an order very soon. Thank you for your time. Now, what this will do is it'll put it in the supplier's head that you are contacting other suppliers and that you have found someone cheaper. So they will most likely come back to you and either say that they can't drop their price, it is the lowest, or they will come back with a lower price. And then again, what happens is you can do this as many times as you feel necessary or you feel comfortable. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable negotiating over and over and over again. I know I'm not. I really don't like persisting. But when you get to a price that you're happy with, you're not going to try and go down a couple more cents, a couple more cents, a couple more cents. If you can drop something by like say 60 cents or even $1 and you get a good amount, don't try and be nitty gritty and try and just get a few more cents off. It's just not worth the time and the effort. So say they do reply again, you can say thank you for responding. However, CEO has been able to find a lower price from another supplier. If you're able to match the other supplier's price if you do have another supplier that's got an amount, or you have an amount in your head that you'd like them to match, then I'd be able to convince my boss to use your company to manufacture our product. So the idea here is you're putting it in the supplier's head that you have found another supplier, but you prefer to work with them because you've already built like a sort of a small relationship with them and you're working on your boss's behalf. So you'd like to show off to your boss that you found the better supplier. So if they can match your boss's supplier's price, then they should get back to you. And often they might be like, okay, cool, and they'll budge. We're able to provide it for that amount or slightly more or slightly less. And then you're happy. Then basically we move on to the next step, which I'll show you now. So this document will be available for download as well in the course, and you can use it, you can modify it, you can send it exactly as it is. I suggest changing a few things around just to make it a little bit unique if there are few people using the same template. So just change it around a bit and enter your details with regards to your product details, and if you do have any other questions that you'd like to ask them. So that's it for this video.